Hello, and welcome to Whiskey with Rye, where every week we talk about the nose and taste of whiskey three different ways: straight, with water, and on the rocks. This episode, the whiskey I'm with, Compass Box, the Spice Free blended malt Scotch whiskey. So this comes in at 46% alcohol, 92 proof. It is a blended malt, so it is not a single malt. Because it can't be, because there are a bunch of whiskeys from a bunch of different distilleries. For those of you not familiar with Compass Box, they are essentially a blending house where they source scotches from, or different whiskeys, I think primarily scotches, from different distilleries. They blend them into a flavor profile that they're looking for and then bottle and sell that. But they're fully transparent, and actually, they have a diagram of what the specific makeup is of the spice tree. So I will include that in the link to that in the description below. Words are hard this morning for some reason, so make sure you check that out. So they originally had to discontinue it, brought it back. It's matured using custom made casks with French oak for the heads. So the top and bottom of the barrel is French oak, and the body of the barrel is American oak. I think I'm taking a look at it. Sorry. I would assume they're used American oak barrels. Just my thought. But yeah, they have a bunch of different distilleries. Single malt from Clynelish Distillery. These are all going to be pronounced wrong. 4 different Highland malt blends. Yeah. So they are very transparent about what they do, very transparent about what's in it and who it comes from to put in it, which I really appreciate. This is going to be a fresh crack. There we go. And while we do our neat / water and rocks pour, just reminder, please do remember to like, subscribe, click the bell, comment. Always enjoy comments, interacting with you all. We are trying to get to the subscriber goal, which will help us have that custom URL. And this already smells amazing. So, also soon, as I drop the cork, there will be the live stream from St. Patrick's Day that I will upload. So you can check out that, where I answered some whiskey questions from the community. So with all of that behind us now, let's jump into the nose and taste. So on the nose, immediately you get the malt, but there's a sweet apple juice note in there, along with it's almost like a red wine fruitiness. So like red fruit, plums, red grapes. Little bit of sugar. It's not quite caramel. It's not quite butterscotch, but it's not straight white sugar either. So just a sweet smell in there as well. It may be closer to honey, but very nice on the nose. Super approachable. Sorry, again, words are hard today for some reason. let's jump into the taste. Immediately on the taste, the Highland whiskey notes come in. That strong malt, warmth, toasted, just toast. I was going to say toasted bread. Just say toast. There's like a toast note in there, almost like buttered toast. There's a lot going on, but it all works really well together. Like, it doesn't compete with each other. It kind of just wraps itself into a unifying flavor that is really, really nice. Definitely spice. I'm sure hence the name. Wood spice, baking spice. It's really, really good. Um, this is up there in scotches for me, if not overall whiskeys. This is the first time I've had this one specifically. It the bottle says rich, round, and intense. I have to agree with that. I think that's a pretty solid summary of what's going on in this glass. So we will add hopefully just a couple drops of water, or a drop really, but it will be more than that. Yep, always is. Give it a good agitation. So the water mutes the fruit and also the malt intensity. Like, malt has a funk to it in a good way for me personally, but the water just kind of subdues all that. It makes it a bit more level. It may also be the amount of water that I put in. I mean, still a nice nose, but not as enjoyable as neat. It definitely subdues a lot of the flavors with water. There's still that spice, that warmth, but it's just not as full feeling. Like, it's just kind of a single note as opposed to like a harmony of flavors going on neat. And again, that may be the amount of water that I accidentally added, but more of the wood shows up. Wood spice dominates it with water. So now we're going to jump into the rocks tasting. As always, handy dandy Yeti. Lagavulin, do you want one? Yeah, you do. Get up here. There you go, bud. Okay, bye. Just a single cube, 92 proof. You know, not blowing you out of the water, anything like that. Get you that view there. So on the rocks, immediately more that sweetness does turn into caramel. Bordering on like a Granny Smith apple dipped in caramel. Like it's very close to that. On the taste, it's more like first taste, it is more present than with water, but not as full as neat. Um, it's also not like the flavors kind of start to butt heads a little bit with ice. So I definitely stick with just neat on this one. I think the malt turns a little more towards coffee, which is not my thing. Full admittance, not my cup of tea. Um, well, I mean, this is a really enjoyable whiskey. Um, Definitely going to look into more from Compass Box. And I really enjoy their transparency, as opposed to another bottle that we will probably never cover that has a made with Great Lakes, distilled with Great Lakes water with the state of Michigan on it, that is bottled in Iowa and distilled in Indiana with a mibourbon.com as their website. And their website mentions nothing of where it's actually made. Um, yeah. So that has been Compass Box, the Spice Tree. Lives up to its name. Enjoyable. How much is this one? Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's about $65 around me. One of the more, it's a middle of the road Compass Box offering. Check them out. This has been Whiskey with Rye. Thanks for joining and cheers.